Hello, friends, and welcome back to Inception Reactions, or welcome to Inception Reactions. If you're not subscribed already, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We, today, are talking about mental health. Why? Well, at the end of this week, I am taking an official 2-week break from the channel. We are now officially at 7 months. This channel has been around for 7 months, and the longest I've gone, I believe, without posting a video is about 4 days. It's been pretty crazy 7 months. I also have a full-time job still that I need to manage and need to make sure that that takes priority. As well as my family. Really have been fortunate to get out what I've gotten out this year. I have approximately 250 videos done. Yeah, that's more than one a day. Pretty cool if you think about it. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the outcasts, the worshipers, the renegades, the banditos. Y'all have changed my life considerably. The full journey of this channel has morphed several times since it started, and I can't be more proud of what I've created. There are plenty of days where I feel like I should have more subscribers, and a lot of your comments do go into that, and you often wonder why I don't have more subscribers and more views and things like that, but I'm not going to let that preoccupy me. I've done pretty well not letting that preoccupy me and change what I want to do with the channel. I could certainly go react to like XG and things that are very popular that I don't necessarily enjoy. I've, stumbled a few times along the way, but I've learned from each time I've stumbled, and all of you have been here through the entire time. So I just want to give you a quick thank you to all of my subscribers. I am so incredibly grateful, and I'm so excited to see where this will go in the next 6 months to a year. Before that, I am going to be taking a 2-week break. I don't know if I'll get through the Top Journey 2.0 in that time, but don't worry, when I get back, we'll finish it up with the topic of mental health being front and center of this channel since it started. Really, I started this channel for my own mental health. I needed to do something different with my life, and I needed to try something new, something that was challenging, something that I hadn't done before, and now we're here, right? At the end of each video, I say, as always, take care of yourself, look after each other, and take what you brought with you. I like to look back at my NF journey and my Sleep Token journey, TOP journey, and Ren, and all of these artists that I've covered. Mental health has always been front and center. And these 2 songs that we're covering today, Migraine and Trapdoor, have been heavily requested by many of you over the last 2 months, as these 2 songs pertain to mental health. I did make sure that these 2 songs are not in the story playlist, so we won't be getting into any lore today, but this is for mental health awareness. It's not June anymore, but it doesn't matter. It's always, mental health should always be front and center. Always make sure you're taking care of yourself, and if you need help, ask. There's so many of us out here that feel the same way you do. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been the most, I don't even know what to say. It's been a 7 months, that's for sure. And I love you all. So without further ado, 21 Pilots, Migraine, captured in the live room. Let's do it. My amp is on.
The song is called Migraine.
I'm already getting chills.
Am I the only one I know?
Ooh.
Waging my wars beyond my face and above my throat.
Oh my gosh. Waging my wars above my face and above my throat. Raging war in your head.
Beyond my face and above my throat.
Beyond my face.
Shadows will scream that I'm alone.
I can't. I'm not ready. Holy shit. his voice here, absolutely incredible. I'm just chills up and down my body right now. I'm cold. Whew. What an absolutely beautiful intro. I'm just going to shut up.
I've got a migraine, and my pain will range from up, down, and sideways. Thank God it's Friday, cause Fridays will always be better than Sundays, cause Sundays are my suicide days. I don't know why they always seem so dismal.
Because Fridays will always be better than Sundays.
Pain will range from up, down, and sideways. Thank God it's Friday, cause Fridays will always be better than Sundays, cause Sundays are my suicide days. I don't know.
He doesn't say super sad. Sundays are my... I can't even begin to describe what this line means to me. Ever since I was little, probably the earliest I can remember is like 7 or 8. And Sunday nights, Sunday afternoons, that's where I started learning about depression. But I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know why I was sad. My parents didn't know why I was sad. That kind of stuff wasn't talked about when I was 8. You wouldn't go to a doctor because of the way you're feeling on a Sunday. But every single week, Sundays, I would shut down. I manage my Sundays a lot better now, but for years and years and years.
Cause Fridays will always be better than Sundays, cause Sundays are my suicide days. I don't know why they always seem so dismal. Thunderstorms, clouds, snow, and a slight drizzle. Whether it's the weather or the letters by my bed, sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head. Let it be said what the headache represents. It's me defending in suspense, it's me suspended in a defenseless test, being tested by a ruthless examiner that's represented best by my depressing thought. So do not have writer's block. My religious hates to clock. It will not let me sleep. I guess I'll sleep when I'm dead, and sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head. Am I the only one I know?
Ooh, it's a cool effect.
Waging my wars behind my face and above my throat. Shadows will scream that I'm alone, but I know we made it this far, kid.
I know we made it this far, kid. Ooh, Josh on those drums.
I am not as fine as I sing. Pardon me for yelling, I'm telling you green gardens are not what's growing in my psyche. It's a different me, difficult to beast, feasting on burnt down trees. Freeze, break, please let me paint a mental picture portrait. Something you won't forget. It's all about my forehead and how it is adored that holds back contents that make Pandora talk. Contents look non-violent. Behind my eyelids are islands of violence. My mind shipwrecked. This is the only land my mind could find. I did not know it was such a violent island. Bullets idle in suicidal crazed lions. They're trying to eat me, but running down the chin. And I know that I can fight or I can let the lion win. I begin to assemble what weapons I can find. Cause sometimes to stay alive you gotta kill your mind. Am I the only one I know?
Wow.
Waging my wars behind my face and above my throat. Shadows will scream that I'm alone, but I know we made it this far, kid.
Ooh. So good.
And I will say say that we should take a day to break away from all the pain the brain has made. The game is not played alone. And I will say that we should take a moment and hold it and keep it frozen and know that life has a hopeful undertone. And I will say that we should take a day to break away from all the pain the brain has made. The game is not played alone. And I will say that we should take a moment and hold it and keep it frozen and know that life has a hopeful undertone. Am I the only one I know? Waging my words behind my face and above my throat. Shadows will scream that I'm alone, but I know we made it this far, kid. We made it this far. We made it this.
There's those goosebumps that you can't see. Maybe you can tell my hair is standing up at all. Incredible song. I need to look up these lyrics. I think I was able to follow most of them, but am I the only one I know? It feels like that, doesn't it? But no, you're not. Waging my wars behind my face and above my throat. Instead of saying waging wars in my brain or my head, he has a way of saying waging my wars behind my face and above my throat. That goes so much harder and great wordplay that than just I've got a migraine and my pain will range from up, down, and sideways. Thank God it's Friday, because Fridays will always be better than Sundays, because Sundays are my days. And he says right there, I don't know why they always seem so dismal. I never knew why they seemed so dismal. I still don't know why they seemed so dismal. I've come to assume that it's because, it's the start of the week. You're winding down and you have the pressures of Monday coming. But, why did I feel that when I was a kid? Was it the pressures of school? I don't know. Let it be said what the headache represents. It's me defending in suspense. It's me, suspended in a defensive test, being tested by a ruthless examiner that's represented by my depressing thoughts. I don't have writer's block. My writer just hates the clock. It will not let me sleep. I guess I'll sleep when I'm dead. And sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head. There's a huge hope in this song. These are some heavy, heavy lyrics, but the hope here is, but I know we've made it this far, kid. He's telling himself, hey, I don't know if I'm the only one. I've got all this shit going on in my head. And they're screaming at me that I'm alone, because when you're depressed and you're in the state, you can't imagine that anybody else is feeling this way. Your brain tells you that you are alone. And the hope here is, but I know we've made it this far, kid. Just keep going. Oh, what an absolutely gorgeous song. Freeze frame, please. Let me paint a mental picture portrait, something you won't forget. It's all about my forehead and how it is a door that holds back contents that make Pandora's box contents look nonviolent. Behind my eyelids are islands of violence. My mind's shipwrecked. This is the only land my mind could find. I did not know it was such a violent island full of tidal waves, suicidal crazed lions. They're trying to eat me, blood running down their chin, and I know that I can fight or I can let that lion win. I begin to assemble what weapons I can find, because sometimes to stay alive, you gotta kill your mind. Incredible. I don't have words. Trapdoor. It's off self-titled, so I don't think Josh is involved in this. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this was before Josh. Trapdoor, I can only assume, is the mind. Without further ado, let's do it. Sounds like a continuation. It's not a continuation though, because this came out first. Pull up the lyrics. I'm sitting here looking for lyrics. I'm not able to pay attention because it didn't load right. All right, now I got the lyrics up. Let's try this again. I feel like it's a continuation, but it's different. The piano goes hard.
He wakes up early today, throws on a mask that will alter his face. Nobody knows his real name, but now he just uses what he stole on a grave. He pretends he's okay, but you should see. Him in bed late at night, he's petrified. Take me out, finish his waste of life. Everyone gather around for a show. Watch as this man disappears as we know. Do me a favor and try to ignore as you watch him fall through a bladed trapdoor.
This isn't a bad thing what I'm about to say, but you can tell that Josh isn't on the drums. I don't know who the drummer was at the time, but I'm not saying he's not talented. You can just tell the sound of the drums is not Josh. Where do I start here? The start of this chorus, the take me out and finish this waste of life, is super heavy. Take me out like Old Yeller. Everyone gather around because this man's about to disappear, and to not help is to ignore the situation, and you just watch him fall through this blatant trapdoor. I'm honestly speechless at Tyler's wordplay in both of these songs. I mean, every song really, but he takes you right into the pain with just a few lines. Take me out and finish this waste of a life. That's one heavy thing to say to yourself. Let's keep going.
He thinks that faith might be dead. Nothing kills a man faster than his own head.
No, it's true. Nothing kills faster.
He used to see dreams at night, but now he's just watching the backs of his eyes. He pretends he's okay, but you should see him in bed late at night. He's petrified. Take me out and finish this waste of a life. Everyone gather around for a show. Watch as this man
Excuse me.
disappears as we know. Do me a favor and try to ignore as you watch him fall through a bleeding.
Just chaos. What a different sound. It's so great.
Watch as this mound disappears as we know. Do me a favor and try to ignore when you watch him fall through a bleeding trapdoor. 'Cause nobody
Sounds like
knows he's alive.
I need to do that outro one more time.
'Cause nobody knows he's alive.
Because nobody knows he's alive. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I would say this song is definitely not as hopeful as the first one. This is more just showing the pain. And the feeling of being ignored by everyone around you. And they just kind of watch you fall. It's obvious that you're not doing well, and there's no one there to catch you. This is now the second song I've heard off of this album, and the first being Isle of Flightless Birds. And again, I love this art. I think the art really represents, I'm thinking that maybe this whole album is very mental health related just because of this artwork right here. I talked about it in Isle of Flightless Birds. You know, his brain, his creativity in his brain, you know, all the different colors, it's just pouring out and it gets wasted, falls down the drain into this dystopian corporate world that requires you to be a certain way, and it just takes all of your creativity and it's just draining it out. And there's one thing I know from listening to all the 21 Pilots over the last 2 months, that they will never do it. They will never let this bleed out like this. And I can't respect them more. I can't. You know, 21 Pilots is turning into my favorite band. In fact, my favorite bands in the past, I just don't listen to them like I used to. I'm basically listening to all 21 Pilots. 21 Pilots, Sumren, NF, and Sleep Token have been basically on repeat. That's because all of you showed me this. As I take my mental health break coming up here on Friday, I just want to thank you all one more time and remind you that even though I say it at the end of every video, I mean it 100%, and you need to say it to yourself every day. I promise it will make things better. Take care of yourself, look after each other, and take what you brought with you. Peace.